This is Fred Beck and Fred Fighting, proudly sponsored by Empire Fight Store. Today I'm very lucky, joined by Micky Scala. Micky, it's good to have you on the team, mate. How you been?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing well, man, and I hope you're doing well as well.
Yeah, all good over here in the UK, Micky. But what have you been doing? What have you been up to?
I just got done with my fight this past Saturday, so I went to the gym yesterday, but it's more of a relaxed gym just to stay active and yeah, that's pretty much it. Just been relaxing, enjoying my time with my family, and enjoying my victory.
Is that kind of taking over then for the next fight? Kind of staying relaxed.
I'm always training, and then you got to stay active. You got to stay ready in order to get ready. So that's something that I don't have a problem with. Um, and then once we get our fight date, the intensity increases, the training becomes harder, and we just get all ready to go for the fight.
Yeah, we'll just talk about your last fight that happened just in the past weekend. Obviously, you got out there very early and won in round one. Obviously, just a six rounder. What do you learn from a fight like that?
Yeah, it was my first scheduled six rounder. Um, I went in there and I got my first round knockout. So, what I learned from that, you just got to be smart and patient, and sometimes shots land and you can get people out of there early. You can't play with your food, so sometimes you got to get those people out of there early because you don't want them to land something lucky. You know what I mean? So, and that I feel like I did well and got the job done.
Do you ever look for the knockout, or did you just knockout present itself and you'll take the opportunity?
Um, I mean, in all my fights, it's nice to get him out of there early, no matter what the scheduled distance is. With this guy, my last opponent, I came out in the first round. I landed a really good body shot, um, and that was the first thing that put him down was right hand to the body. And after that, I could see it in his face that I could get him out of there. So that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, certainly. Round one doesn't sound too bad, but we're just kind of talking about professional career. We're just touching amateur career. I'm right saying you had 101 amateur belts. That's right.
Yes, 101 amateur fights.
And how many times do you win the nationals in all of those belts?
I was a two-time national champion. I had 87 victories, 14 losses. And yeah, I just grew up boxing as an amateur. I watched my brother fight nationally and on the national level. So it was just something I grew up around.
Do you think that helped having a brother? Obviously, he's a bit older than you. And obviously, seeing him box and you kind of learn off him, off his mistakes. That helped.
Yeah, yeah. Watching my brother train with my dad is just what inspired me to box in the first place. So being able to see him succeed and root him on, win team trophies, best fighters, national championships, national best fighters, it was just like, wow, I want to do that too. So it did inspire me and it did help a lot because you get to see what, like you said, what he did right, what he did wrong, and then I get to incorporate that into my game.
Okay, that's quite good. Be good being the younger brother then. But is he still
Yeah.
boxing brother now?
My brother's now in the Air Force. He actually had a few injuries at like 15 and then 17 and kind of prohibited him from competing at those ages. Then he went on to actually have his pro debut because that's something he dreamed of his whole life. And then after he had his pro debut, he won it. He was victorious, and then now he's in the Air Force and serving our country.
Okay, well, he's still undefeated, so I guess he can always
Yeah,
say that. But
yeah,
um,
there you go.
But one of the things I want to ask you about, you turned pro at 17 in Mexico. How come you just didn't wait to 18? You just want to get the first one out of the way?
I actually turned pro at 16 in
I'm
Mexico.
16. Oh, sorry.
Uh-huh. So I had a good outing at the Box Fan Expo against a guy that won three back-to-back national titles. I won that fight. I won best fighter at the event. And then I knew I could do it. So we turned pro at 16 in Mexico. Because that's your only option. At 16, you can only
Mm.
fight there. You know what I mean? So we decided to go there. We handled business there, and then following that, at 17, I had my U.S. debut um, in Las Vegas with on a Mayweather promotions card, which ultimately led to my signing.
Yeah, Sunmare. How did that come around, being Sunmare Promotions?
Fought at the Box Fan Expo. The guy that actually runs that, he's my advisor now. Um, he told me to handle business in Mexico, and then opportunity will come shortly after. That opportunity was fighting on the Mayweather promotions undercard. I got a third round knockout in that fight, and they liked my skills, they liked my ability, and that ultimately led to signing with the one and only Mayweather Promotions. So it's pretty exciting.
Was that a dream come true to you being signed up for Mayweather's promotional company? Or was that always on that bucket list?
Yeah, of course. Signing to a major promotional company is amazing, and then specifically Mayweather Promotions was awesome. The team's great. The support's great. So I feel like I really did join the best team I possibly could, and they're gonna set me up for my future in the best way possible.
Do you ever talk to Floyd at all since he signed his promotions?
Um, I haven't talked to him in person though.
Hmm.
But I have talked to Leonard Ellerbe and all those guys in person. Um, but I get around the team. I saw him in Miami.
Yeah.
Um, so that was super cool when he fought Logan. I was able to watch him fight, and then I was able to see him in the locker room and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's even
Um,
cooler. I think it's even cooler of you being able to fight his undercard.
yeah, I had the opportunity to go there, but unfortunately my opponent flew off. But
Oh, did he? Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah, but I was there. I was there, and I got to experience the event and get to see him get in the ring one more time. Since I was a kid, man, Floyd was always one of my favorite fighters. I have a video. It's funny from when I was like 10, 11 years old, and they ask who my favorite fighter is, and I'm like Floyd because he's flashy. And then it's a funny old video that I still have on my phone, but it's just crazy to see how years go on, and now I'm under him as my promoter.
You should put that video on your Instagram because that's in
I
tag.
know. I wanna I actually just got a hold of the video recently, so I was actually planning on putting it back out there soon.
It's
Yeah,
always
it's a
stuff
cool.
like that. It's always stuff like that, like the motivation stuff. It always kind of goes off or pops off and comes viral. But Floyd follows you on Instagram as well, so tag him, he'll see
Yep.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's pretty cool. But I remember seeing on your Instagram you sparred Devin Haney, obviously sparring George Kambosos in a few weeks.
Uh-huh.
What was that like sparring Devin? How many times did you share the ring with him?
So I sparred Devin when I was 17 years old actually. So this was close to, I think this was before my US debut, after my fight in Mexico. And yeah, he's quick, man. And it was at the time that he actually was granted the world title from
Mhm.
WBC. So he was a world champion at the time. And just to be able to get in the ring with him and experience like that speed and stuff like that, it helps. It shows like what levels you need to be on in order to fight at a high level. And it just helps improve your game. I was able to spar with him once. My brother fought him in the amateurs when they're little guys. So we have videos of those fights. Um, yeah, it was great. My brother actually beat him in the amateurs. But
Did you tell him
obviously
that? Did you tell Devin that your brother beat him?
he knows, he knows,
Oh,
he
okay.
knows. He actually they were 1-1 against each other, but when we went to go spar him, he was like, "Hey, how's your brother doing?" That was the first thing he asked, and that was really cool. He just remembered my brother, and he just recognized us and my family. So it's really cool to talk to him and catch up.
Okay, that sounds quite nice then. Is Devin Haney the best boxer you sparred against? Or who else are the other names you shared the ring
I
with?
sparred Jesus Ramos. He's a contender at 154. Gonna get that title shot soon. Great fighter. I've sparred Tomas Delorme, and then I spar a lot of local Arizona guys as well that help me push myself to the next level. So just I've shared the ring with plenty of people.
Yeah, certainly, especially now. Well, obviously, when down in Mayweather, there'll always be guys hanging around there. But we just talk about Devin's fight against Kambosos. Obviously, he's out in Australia right now. I guess you would. What time will that be for that fight? Would that be like your night time?
Well, I'm not sure. Do you know when it's scheduled in Australia?
Well, I
I'm not.
guess
I'm not
they'll,
too.
they'll use the American. It's a top ranked show, and they'll use the American market, won't they? So I guess it'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning for us over here in the UK. But I'm pretty sure it'll be
Oh
all right for
wow.
you guys, probably.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, then it should be pretty good. It'd probably be later at night for us to watch the fight, but I'm excited for that fight. I think uh I think it's gonna be a good one. Obviously Devin Haney, I'm sure his plan is gonna be to outbox him. I mean, that's what he uses, his speed and his feet, and then Kambosos is gonna try to catch him and time him in between. So I'm really looking forward to it. I like both of them um as fighters, and I think it's gonna be a good one to watch.
Do you think Devin can get a decision out there though if it goes the distance?
Ooh, that's a tough question with it being in Australia, but I think he can get a decision if it does go the distance. I do.
But it'd have to be quite wide, do you think? Or if it's close,
Mm.
they'll still get a fair shot.
Oh, I haven't even thought about that, but I would hope if it's close, he'd still get a fair shot. You know, we always want fair judging and fair scoring, but I don't know. I can see it going either way, indecision. So, and I think it is going to go the distance, but you never know with boxing. Someone can get caught with one shot, and that can change an entire fight.
Exactly. So boxing is one of the best sports out there. And just one more fight, obviously, signed with Mayor Promotions, or both
Yep.
parties signed with Mayor Promotions, John Davis and Roy Romero. Will you be going to that fight since you're signed to Mayor Promotions, do you think?
I won't be going to that fight. I'll actually be in Vegas that weekend, so I'm gonna be watching it um from wherever we're at. But oh, I Tank Davis has the skills to beat him. Obviously, he has the skills to knock him out as well. But I do think, and personally, I think Tank's gonna win the fight. However, I do think Rolly's gonna give him a lot more trouble than people are expecting. He's a rough guy in there.
He's awkward, isn't he, Rolly?
He's very awkward. So he might give him a little run for his money for a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think Tank's gonna be able to use his skills and pull out the victory.
Well, get him out of there or by decision, do you think?
I think either or like
Hmm.
can get him out of there. You know what I mean? Like either fighter can land a shot that can send the other person out of there. If it does go to decision, I believe it'll be in Tank's favor.
Yeah, we're going to wait and find out. Obviously, both fighters are punches, and those are fights you kind of do want to watch. But Mickey, thanks so much for your time, mate. It's always good to catch up with you. But where can people find you social media wise, Instagram, Twitter, that sort of thing?
On social media, it's just Micky Scala. On all social media platforms, it's my first and last name, just all together, one word.
Oh, that's quite good. So no one took your username. That's perfect.
Nah, I got it early. I got it early.
Well, any more platforms come out, you want to make sure you're on TikTok. You got that.
I am. I am on TikTok. I got that as well. Micky Scala on TikTok. I had one video actually go viral on there.
Already. Oh, that's how. No, that's how. It's funny you bring that up. Actually, that's how I found out about you on TikTok. Yeah,
Oh, really?
it was a one where when they it was a surfer one where they were like, "Oh yeah, how old are you?" And they're like, "Oh, 17 years of age." Do you know that one?
Oh, yeah. I was on that one as well. Yeah.
That's the one where I found out about you. I'll put all those links in the description. But Mickey, thanks for your time. We'll catch up soon.
Thank you so much.